Hello, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back if you were on my webinar previously or if you've been on any of my webinars before. Good afternoon, my name is Chris and I am a shortcuts educator here, predominantly covering the Southeast. Okay, so today's webinar, we are going to be going through shortcuts marketing. Okay, it is a fantastic and very, very easy tool to utilize. And quite frankly, at this particular moment in time with everything going on in the world, and unfortunately everyone's having to close their salon doors temporarily, there's never been a better time for us to send out these marketing campaigns, whether it be an email or an SMS to let our clients know that we are closed, but also to keep them in the loop of when we're going to be opening and if there's any offers or anything like that. Okay, so we're going to be going through shortcuts marketing. So a little bit of housekeeping just before we get started. Now, if you've been on my other webinars, apologies. This is no different to any of my other webinars. So my microphone is switched on and unfortunately everyone else for the time being just has been muted. So if you are listening in with a headset, that kind of thing, unfortunately you're not going to be able to talk back to me throughout this, but please do ask me some questions at the end. You can ask them throughout as well if you see fit to, but I will most likely answer them at the end just to keep the flow going. Today's webinar will be roughly 30 to 45 minutes long, okay? Perfect. And as with all of my webinars, they are all recorded, totally live as well. And you will, of course, be sent the recording within 24 to 48 hours, okay? Perfect. So there's a couple of slides to go through. We are going to have a live demonstration. There's a couple of slides to go through first, just in case you want to refer back to anything, okay? Because there's a bit of text, that kind of thing. But shortcuts marketing is very, very easy to get your head around. You can probably have a campaign up and running and sent out to your clients in less than 10 minutes, okay? It is that simple, guys. So the benefits of our shortcuts marketing platform, it is very quick and it is very simple to use. It's accessible from any web browser. So if you were on my previous webinar where I spoke about Cloud Appointment Book, you will know it's available from any web browser, any internet-enabled device. It's accessible via security level. So if you were on my webinar before where I spoke about the Cloud Appointment Book, where you can chop and change the security roles, the levels of permission, you can change who can access the shortcuts marketing. Wording and images are customizable. And the send times for our ongoing campaigns are preset, but you can also customize them. The reason for that is there's less room for error. Okay, so we've done, again, most of the heavy lifting here for you. You can also preview and send tests before you activate them, again, ensuring it's exactly what you want it to look like. And of course, you can set up SMS as well as email campaigns, okay? And they can be made inactive with the simple touch of a button, okay? So if you started sending these campaigns out and you want them to stop, you can deactivate them at the touch of a button. And lastly, you can check your return on investment for the campaigns that have been sent. And again, if you were on my Cloud Appointment Book webinar an hour ago, I spoke on the return on investment. And I did say we would talk a little bit more in depth about it today. Perfect. So first and foremost, this slide here is all of our ongoing automated campaigns. Now, if you'd previously used a platform before called Gcast, you will have known we had something called set and forget promotions, okay? So these are our ongoing campaigns. Now, we are going to leave this slide here just for a couple of minutes just while I talk through. However, all of this information here is also on the campaign, so you can see them here as well. So you don't necessarily need to remember this. Okay, so our ongoing campaigns, we have our new client welcome SMS or email. So all of these campaigns can be sent out via the email platform or the text message platform. So this campaign will be sent at 9 a.m. the day after a new client's first visit. The time to see you again, this campaign again will be sent at 9 a.m. for clients who have not visited for 6 weeks with no future appointments booked in. Because of course we don't want to offer them maybe a discount if they're already booked in the future. We miss you. So this campaign will be sent to non-returning clients who have not been back for 16 weeks, again with no future appointments. The reason we've said 16 weeks there, that is 4 months. Okay, so in the hair community, we kind of say if a client's not come back to you within 4 months, then they're not going to. Now we know, of course, this isn't totally accurate because some clients do, of course, leave their appointments a little bit longer. The referral, the happy birthday. This campaign will be sent at 9 a.m. on the day of the client's birthday. Referral, this campaign will be sent to clients who have referred friends or family at 9 a.m. the day after the referred client has visited the business. Now, the two new ones directly for shortcuts. Appointment acknowledgement. This campaign is sent 30 minutes after a client has created or updated an appointment. Okay, so if you're utilizing our online booking platform and you send out a confirmation email, that will be essentially made redundant if you use the appointment acknowledgement email, because you don't require the client to have two appointment acknowledgement emails. And of course, we have our no-show SMS or email. And again, this campaign will be sent 30 minutes after an appointment is marked as a no-show. Again, the reason we leave it 30 minutes is, of course, if a client's running a couple of minutes late and we no-show them and then they walk through the door, we don't want to upset them, okay? So 30 minutes is kind of the appointment lost anyway. Perfect. So what we're now going to jump into is our live demonstration. But before we do that, just a couple of things. We do have some useful links. Okay, so I'm going to leave this again for a couple of minutes. I'm also going to show you these in the live demonstration as well. But we have our COVID-19 templates. Now, these templates are, if you don't quite know what to say in your campaigns, how to let clients know that you're closed, or how to update them on the situation, we have created some templates for you. Okay, and we've also got some image library you can grab as well. Now, as I've said before, I'm sorry to repeat myself if for those of you that have been on my webinars all day with me today, we do have further classroom sessions coming up. And for the time being, they're all going to be aimed towards helping you out as much as possible with COVID-19. Things we can do, tips and tricks, that kind of thing. So do stay tuned for that. There's never been a better time to sort of, touch up on your skills, all of that kind of thing, as well as your shortcuts education. We want you to be a pro for when those salon doors reopen. We're going to be super busy. Okay, so let's utilize everything that we have to offer. Do utilize us, and we'll help you out as much as possible. And of course, a recording of this session will be sent to you within 48 hours. Okay, now tomorrow morning, I have a little bit of a secret. I have a webinar at 9:30 for the long lost shortcuts trick. And what that is for is it's a way to generate cash flow right now into your business, okay, even though the salon doors are closed. And on the subject of that as well, again, I'm sorry if you've already heard me say it, online gift cards is something everybody should be utilizing for the time being. We have had tons and tons of salons who have set up online gift cards. They just need a Stripe account. It's a bit like PayPal if you don't know what Stripe is. And you can utilize online gift cards. Essentially, clients can purchase a gift card through your website and then send it to their family or friends to use. We've had an absolutely staggering response with that. There was a question just there, just before I get started. Oh, perfect. Great stuff. So yeah, some of us have already signed on to it. That's great stuff. So brilliant. So hopefully speak to most of you, if not all of you, tomorrow morning where you can learn that little secret. Last but not least, you can also email us, education@shortcuts.co.uk, and you can give us a call on 0161 972 4900. And as well, with the same with all of my webinars, I'd be ever so grateful if at the end of the webinar, you'll be presented with a feedback link. You may have already had it now. It might have opened on your browser. If you could just sort of keep hold of that and then just spare 2 or 3 minutes of your time just to fill out how well you thought today's webinar is going. So hopefully we're going to find it really informative. It's going to be nice and positive moving forward. Excellent. So let's move towards our live demonstration. So all we need to do, there's the education feedback just there. So all we need to do first and foremost, so how do you get the link to access further webinars? It was just on the slide, so we can go back to that at the end. But if you just go onto our website, shortcuts.co.uk, if you click support in the top right-hand corner, click where it says support and then go into online classes. It'll be pretty much just how you signed up to today's, Laura. And it will show you, once we finish with today's webinars, it will show you next week's and so forth. But you can just register for them all and hear everything we've got to offer. We've got a lot of webinars coming up. Perfect. Okay, so first and foremost, I'm just going to show you all of our COVID-19 templates to help you out. Now, again, on our website, you can go to shortcuts.co.uk. And if you click onto COVID-19 just here, and if you click onto our communication kit, and if you scroll down, we can click where it says view email templates. We do also have SMS templates as well, but most of you, I feel, will probably be doing email templates. And this will show you all of our templates. So we've got a nice template here, which you can just copy and paste into your campaign, which I'm going to show you in a minute. And then right down at the bottom, you will also see we have some useful information and some useful images to download as well. Okay, so that's on our website. So we've got some templates there to help you out. So let's get started with setting up our shortcuts marketing. So first and foremost, there's a couple of things we just need to configure within our online console. Now, our console is just a website, which is console.shortcutsoftware.com. Hopefully everyone is familiar with our online console there. So there's a couple of things we just need to set up in the background. So in the bottom left-hand corner, we just need to click onto Site Settings. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to upload our salon logo. Okay. Most of you will probably have already done this if you're utilizing things such as the app, online booking, or My Local Salon. Okay. If you have more than one salon, you can toggle in the top right-hand corner just here. So all we need to do is upload our logo. If you haven't uploaded your logo, all you need to do is click the Choose File button, choose it from your documents or your pictures, and simply upload it from here. As we scroll down, we just need to ensure we have your website URL, your Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and whichever is according. So if you have all four of those, fantastic. You can pop all of those URLs in, okay? It does have to be the full URL. So for Facebook and Instagram, you can't just put like app shortcuts, that kind of thing. It does have to be the full website URL. The best way to get that is to simply find a website online and just copy and paste the link, okay? So why are we doing this, Chris? Well, the reason we are doing this is your logo will automatically pull through to your Shortcuts marketing campaign. So you won't need to keep uploading them in your Shortcuts marketing campaigns. They will pull through from here. And exactly the same for your website, Facebook, and social media links. Again, once you've updated them here in the site settings, they will pull through to your marketing campaigns. So once we're happy with that, all we need to do is simply click the Save button on the right-hand side. Now that is saved, we can now navigate towards our cloud appointment book. So if you're on my cloud appointment book an hour ago, you will know there is two ways to access the cloud appointment book. Now the cloud appointment book, if you're not familiar, I would recommend jumping onto our next cloud appointment book webinar. Unfortunately, it has been missed today. It was earlier on this afternoon. But there are two ways to get to the cloud appointment book. One way is to type in the website URL, and the second is to use your online console that we're looking at here as a bit of a stepping stone. So in the top right-hand corner, you can see where it says Shortcuts Cloud. We click onto that, and that will take us to our cloud appointment book. Okay, this is what we went through just an hour ago. If not, if you don't want to do it that way, you can just simply type the URL in, which is pos.shortcutsoftware.com. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go through setting up all of your campaigns. So what we're going to do is we're going to click onto marketing at the top of the screen just here where the little speech bubble is. You will see we have two different types of campaigns. We have once-off campaign and we have ongoing campaign. Ongoing will be continually sent out until you deactivate them. Once, of course, they've been activated. And your once-only campaigns are a bit like blast emails, blast SMSs. They'll be sent out purely the once. So once off, the once only. So what we're going to start with is your ongoing campaigns, okay? So if we have a look here, our first ongoing campaign is appointment acknowledgement. Now, I'm not going to go through all of the ongoing campaigns this afternoon. The reason being is they all open up in exactly the same fashion. It's only the sort of send schedule that changes. But again, it tells you all of that once you open it up. But they're all very, very easy. Most of the work is being done for you. So if we open up our appointment acknowledgement campaign, We can see here, we can do this via SMS or email. Now, once they have been activated, these little circles here will appear green once the relevant one has been activated. On the right-hand side, we can see the type of campaign this is. So we can see it is an ongoing campaign. Underneath, we can see the send schedule, and this is what I went through right at the beginning. So you can see this message will be sent to the client 30 minutes after their appointment is created or updated. Underneath, you can change the campaign name. However, I'd usually recommend just keeping it the same. Underneath, you can decide whether this is going to be an email campaign or an SMS campaign. For an email campaign, simply expand it by clicking the cross. Right at the top, we have a tick box where it says display logo, and that will pull that logo through from site settings on our console that we looked at just a few moments ago. Underneath, we have a display image. This is if you wanted your email to look a little bit more customized and you wanted to have an image in your email. All you would do is simply click onto display image, click choose file, and you can simply upload it from here. Like I said, we do have some default images on our website, particularly for COVID-19. If it's something else you wish to use, you can just take your own and grab it off Google if that is allowed for that particular image. Underneath, you will see there is a recommended image size. This is so it will open up comfortably and accurately on a mobile phone or a tablet, that kind of thing. Underneath, we have the subject of the email. So we've got Shortcuts Retreat Birmingham booking confirmation. Now you will see here in these double brackets, we have where it says customer first name. Now what this is what we refer to as a personalized field. So essentially that will pull through that information from Shortcuts. So that would have my first name. Okay, so you don't need to worry about writing anybody's name out or anything like that. If, however, you delete it and then decide you do want it back, please do not just write in brackets customer first name. Choose it from the drop-down menu on the right-hand side. We can see that just there, customer first name. Underneath, we have the body of the email. So again, you can see hi, customer first name. And again, that is a personalized field. Thank you for booking at Shortcuts Retreat Birmingham. We are located at New Street Station, West Midlands, and can be contacted on the following number. Your booking details are as follows, and again, it will pull through your appointment details. No need to write out anybody's appointment details. It pulls it all through from Shortcuts. Now, underneath with all of the campaigns, you have the opportunity to add an offer in. Now, for all of the campaigns that we feel as a company you might wish to add an offer in, we've put a default offer in, which you can, of course, change. However, for this one, because it is just simply an appointment acknowledgement campaign, we don't necessarily feel there is any need to give a discount just to confirm their appointment. If you did, however, wish to add an offer in, simply click where it says add offer. And in the offer text, this is where you can write out the offer text. Underneath, you would create a discount code. Now, the discount codes are all created in Shortcuts Fusion, and they all pull through to here. Now, the reason I would recommend assigning a discount code is so you can track on your return on investment report in cloud reporting how well this campaign is doing. Now, of course, when a client brings the campaign in, you could just deduct £10 at the point of sale screen. However, you've got no way then of tracking how well each campaign is doing for you. Okay, so you would create a discount code in Shortcuts Fusion under discount reasons. If you're not familiar with how to do that, please let me know at the end of the session. Once you've created the discount code, it will pull through to here. Underneath, you can create your terms and conditions. And underneath, you can also add in your online booking button. So if you're currently utilizing our online booking system, you can have a little button at the bottom that has your book now button. You don't need to have your link or anything like that. Again, we've done all the hard work for you. Simply click where it says add, sorry, let me move that and start again. Simply click where it says add book button. And that's all you need to do. And that will now have a book now button. If you're a barbershop or using the self-check-in system, you can also add the self-check-in button. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. So you can see in just a couple of minutes there how quick and easy we can set up a marketing campaign. At the bottom, we have 3 buttons. We can preview, we can send a test, and of course, we can activate it. So if we click the preview button, give it a couple of, Oh, I didn't upload an image, did I? There we go. So if I just remove that, and if I click the preview button, it will now take a couple of minutes just to preview exactly how this email will look. Perfect. So there we go. So you can see the logo pulls through at the top and it has the body of the email just there. There is my offer that I just added in, 10%, only valid on Friday and Monday, sorry. There is my book now button and of course my social media links. And you can see how quick and simple it is to set up an ongoing campaign. You can also send yourself a test to see exactly how it will look in your inbox. And of course, we can activate it. Now, if at any point you're creating this campaign and you feel you've made a bit of a mess of it and you just want to reset it back to default, just simply click this button here where it says Reset to Default Template. Okay, so that is our appointment acknowledgement email. That is one of our ongoing campaigns. Now, we're just going to have a look at one of my other ongoing campaigns. So again, if I click in the top left-hand corner where it says campaign type, this will take us back to our campaigns. So what we're going to look at now is our happy birthday campaign. Like I said, I'm not going to go through all of them because they all open up in exactly the same fashion. So I'm going to click on happy birthday. Didn't like that one, did it? Let's try a new one. There we go. So you can see on the right-hand side, we've got, again, it's an ongoing campaign. And this message will be sent at 9 a.m. each day to all clients who are having a birthday. So by default, we've put the send schedule in for you. Again, underneath, you can change the campaign name if you wish to. Underneath, you can change the gender of who this campaign is going to be sent to. And you can also change the send time. So if you wanted it to go out at 10 o'clock, just type in 10 o'clock there. Now, it is a 24-hour clock. So if you did want it to go out at PM, you'd have to just remember it's a 24-hour clock. And again, underneath, you can decipher whether it's going to be email or SMS. Click this box here where it says display logo to pull your logo through from site settings. Again, what we did at the beginning of the session. You can also pop a display image in. Just upload a happy birthday image just there. And again, we've got the subject with our personalized field in it. And of course, the body of our email. And of course, you can change and edit this all you wish to. Now, underneath here, you will see we have an offer text in, okay? So by default, we have added in a default offer for you. Now, I personally think £20 is quite generous there, so you can simply change that if you wish to. And again, I would always recommend assigning it to a discount code. Again, these discount codes are created in Fusion. The reason we do that is so you can track your return on investment, track how well this campaign is working for you. And again, underneath, you can add your booking button and your check-in button. And if we click the preview button one last time, we can see exactly how this will look. I'm just going to answer some questions that came through. Yes, Mandy. We do have some pre-made images like we had in Gcast. Currently, they are only sort of COVID-19 related. The best way to do it with this is to just simply go onto Google and just find a relevant image and just add that in. It's going to take just a couple of minutes of your time just to add that in. As you can see, the time you're saving by letting Shortcut sort of do the marketing campaign for you, you can, spare to lose when you look for images, that kind of thing. Yes, yes, you can specify gender, Craig's just asking. If you want to specify more, that's going to be on our targeted campaign. We're going to get to that towards the end if you do wish to specify some more details. But for our ongoing campaigns for the time being, those are only the sort of preset date ranges, the gender, those kind of things. They're only the default parameters we can change for the time being. No worries. Someone's just asking how to create. You mean a discount code? I'll show you that at the end because that's done through Shortcuts Fusion. Perfect. And that is our ongoing campaign. So they're the campaigns that will be continually sent out like we had in Gcast. What I'm going to show you now is some once-off campaigns. This campaign will only be sent out the once. So these are typically a little bit more seasonal, or of course, like what we're witnessing right now, a bit of a sort of a life event, shall we say. So these are once-only campaigns. They'll purely be sent out the once. They're not ongoing. So on the left-hand side, if we click onto campaign type, and you will see we have two different types of once-only campaigns. We have a message all clients, which will message all of your clients in your database. And you can make the odd change to it as well, like gender, time, that kind of thing. And we have our targeted campaign. Our targeted campaign is if we wish to target a certain demographic of clients, okay? So what we're going to do first is your message all clients. This is going to message all of your clients in your database. So on the right-hand side, message all clients. So you will see this is a once-only campaign, not an ongoing campaign. This message will be sent on the 25th of March. This is when it was last opened. Yours will be today's date at 9 a.m. to all clients. So underneath, you can change message all clients. You may wish to do a COVID-19 or a salon closure one. And again, you're more than welcome to use our default templates on our website, which I alluded to at the beginning of the webinar. Okay. There is also the link at the beginning of the webinar as well to grab those templates. Underneath, you can change the gender parameters. You can change the send time and the send date. And just like our ongoing campaigns, you can decide whether it's going to be email or SMS. Now, I haven't really touched on SMS campaigns much during this webinar. The reason being is I feel most people are probably going to utilize emails. However, if you do wish to do a text message campaign, it's literally like sending a text message to your friends. It just opens up a text box and you just type out the message. There's no images, there's no discount codes, there's nothing like that, unfortunately. It's literally a text message to your clients. And it will also have how many characters you've used and how many you can use. So if we just expand email, and again, underneath, we can add our display logo in, which again, will pull through from shortcuts. And again, underneath, we have our display image. Again, if you want to add this in. Now, one thing you will notice when you come to do this yourself, ladies and gents, is your once-off campaigns will be totally blank, okay? So it'd be totally up to you to fill out all the, all the email body, the subject, that kind of thing. The reason for that is, of course, we don't know what you want to say. So we're not able to sort of preempt anything or do any like drafts or anything like that for you, okay? So it'd be totally blank. But hopefully, if you're creating your own campaign, you should have a fairly good idea of what you want to send to your clients anyway. But like I said, for the time being, I feel most salons are going to be utilizing it for COVID-19, salon closures, and just keeping in touch with clients. And again, underneath, you can do your offer text, discount codes. Everything from here on out is exactly the same. Okay, you can send yourself a test, you can preview it, and you can activate it. And that is your message all clients. That is a campaign that will be sent once to all of your clients in your database. So with that being said, we're now going to go to our second type of once-off campaigns. And we're going to look at our targeted campaigns. Now, our targeted campaigns is if you wish to target a certain client demographic, so your certain client list. Okay, now your targeted campaign, again, hopefully you should have an idea of the kind of clients you wish to target. When I show in my demonstration in a few moments, I will give you a few handy tips and pointers of maybe the kind of targeted list you wish to target. So if we click onto targeted campaign, again, everything else opens up in exactly the same way. So you've got it's a once only campaign, and this message will be sent on the 1st of April at 2020 at 9 a.m. to all clients in the uploaded list, okay? So first and foremost, you would need to create the email or text message campaign exactly the same as we've done throughout this webinar. But what you will notice for all of these campaigns is when you scroll right down to the bottom, you will see we have this here where it says recipient list. Upload exported list from Fusion. So once we've created the email, what we need to do is to create the list of clients, of course, to send this email to. And that is our targeted list of clients. And we do that through Shortcuts Fusion, okay? So if we open up Shortcuts Fusion, log ourselves in. On the right-hand side, we're going to click onto the Tools menu. And we're then going to click the button here with the newspaper where it says Marketing. Now I'm going to start off with sort of an easy example of a targeted list. So on the left-hand side, you'll see currently it is targeted to all clients, but we want to filter that down. So if we click here where it says clients, you can see you could target for a specific town. Now I'm just using a test system here. You will have all of the towns in there. You can target clients that view a preferred employee. Now, the reason we do this is you may have somebody that has recently left or gone on maternity leave. Now, you may or may not be familiar that within Shortcuts, if a client sees one of your staff members 3 or more times in a row, by default, they are that employee's preferred employee. Okay. You can also target clients from a specific club or program, which we'll be touching on tomorrow. A little handy tip on my long lost Shortcuts webinar tomorrow morning. You can also do clients that have been referred via a certain platform, clients from a certain occupation, and of course you can do it for any new clients, any clients who were referred, and any non-returning clients. Now, you may be familiar that when we were looking at our ongoing campaigns, we do have these 3 ongoing campaigns set out for you. However, if you wish to change maybe the send schedule or the amount of time left in between appointments for non-returning clients, this is where you would do it. So Craig, I know you asked, this in particular would help yourself out. Okay, so you could send a campaign out via this way as well. So there's some fairly easy and straightforward ways to target your clients. But what we're going to do now is we're going to take it one step further and make it a little bit more in depth. Now, one thing, the reason I say this is when those salon doors open, it's going to be like floodgates opening. We're going to have an influx of clients that need their nails doing, hair doing, color doing, that kind of thing. Now, you may have clients that only visit your salon for maybe cutting. And let's say, unfortunately, they may go elsewhere for their beauty and hair, beauty and color appointments. However, you may offer all of those services and you may think to yourself, let's kill 2 birds with 1 stone. When they're in the salon getting their roots done, let's also do their cuts. Let's also do their beauty appointments. Okay. So you may wish to target them that way. So we need to target clients that have only had a certain appointment with us. And we can see that just here on the screen. So we can see we've had clients that have had services done or products purchased, and we can do exactly the same for retail. And underneath, we've got services not done / products not purchased. So let's say I wanted to target some clients that have maybe only ever had a blow dry, but they've never had a cut, or they've only ever had a cut and blow dry and never had color with us. We can be really specific, or if you wish to, we can be slightly broader. We could maybe say they've only seen us for styling services, but never color services. Okay, so let's start off with our service categories. So I'm going to say the service is done, and I'm going to click categories, and this will just pull through your service categories. So I'm going to say my clients have only ever had a ladies service. And I'm going to say the service is not done. Categories are color and beauty. So in a minute, you would see there is a list of clients that have only ever seen you for ladies services, but never beauty or color services. So we've been slightly broader, slightly more vague. However, you can be super duper specific. So let's just delete all of this out. And let's say rather than using service categories, we're going to use the specific service. So again, it will pull through your specific services. So if we click services, and let's say they've only ever had a blow dry. Service is done, ladies blow dry, and service is not done. Half head of highlights, full head tint, and a regrowth. So that would now target a list of clients that have only ever had a blow dry in your salon, but never full head of highlights, full head tint, half head, or a regrowth. Okay, so that'd be a great way to target those clients and maybe offer them a small discount. Once we've finished filling out all of the parameters, all we need to do is simply click the compute button right down the bottom of the screen. We will get a pop-up where it says the computed list contains clients that have opted out of marketing. All you need to do is simply hit the done button. That is just due to GDPR. Now, based on GDPR, I don't have any clients in my database, but what you would have when you do this, on the left-hand side, you would have a whole list of clients that fall within that criteria you just filled out. On the right hand side, you will also be able to see any results. Okay, so at this point, it will be a good idea to see how many results have pulled through. Now, I will just give you a handy tip. Let's say only 4 clients appear. You might have to just think to yourself, is it worth doing it for just 4 clients? If you have something like 500 clients, more power to you. Brilliant. So you're going to attract lots of customers by doing that. One thing I would also recommend is on the right hand side is to use the exclude function. So let's say we have a list of clients on the left hand side here, and we've decided we're going to send them a targeted email campaign. What I would recommend you do is exclude clients with no email address. Now, of course, it doesn't essentially matter if an email bounces back because, of course, it's not going to charge you anything. But you may find if you exclude clients without an email address on your file, the number of clients significantly drops. And again, you may just think to yourself, is it worth doing it? However, if you have decided you're going to do a mobile text message campaign, I would always recommend you exclude no mobile, because of course there is no point sending a text message campaign to a client without a correct mobile number, because unfortunately you will still be charged. Okay. So at this point, what you would then do is save this list of clients because, of course, we need to upload it in our shortcuts marketing. So you would click the save button just here. Now, 2 pieces of advice. One thing I would recommend you do is rename the client list. It's just essentially like saving a normal document. I would rename it and also save it somewhere where you're going to be able to find it. So maybe on your desktop, nice and secure, on your documents, your downloads, that kind of thing. The reason I say this is because it will want to save it in a folder called point of sale, which is in a folder called shortcuts, which is in another folder, which is in another folder, which is in another folder. So we have made it super duper nice and secure. However, you may not be able to find it at a later date. So just simply save it like you would saving a normal document. So once we've created that targeted list of clients, we just simply open up Shortcuts Marketing like before. We click onto the Choose File button and then just upload it, and it will be a text document. And then all you need to do is simply click the Activate button, and that will send this targeted campaign to that targeted list of clients. And that is it, ladies and gents. That is our once only campaigns and our ongoing campaigns. So what I said about at the beginning was make sure you always create a discount code. And the reason for that is so you can track it on your return on investment. So essentially, when the client brings this campaign in, you can check them out at the point of sale screen, and you can use the correct discount code in order to do so. Now, I know somebody did ask me how to do it, and in a couple of minutes, I'm going to show you how to create the discount code. Now, the reason we do that is so you can track it in the report called the return on investment. And that return on investment can be found in your dashboard at the top of the screen just here. So if we click onto dashboard, give it a couple of minutes to load. Perfect. And as we scroll down, you will see our campaign here, ROI, return on investment. So we can see our message all clients. It was via the method of email. We've had 2 that were sent out, 2 that were delivered. We've had no bounce backs and no responses. Clients can email you back and respond, just in case you were wondering. That's what a response means. And then a response as a percentage of email sent. So if you've had 2 sent out, and 1 person emailed you back saying, thank you ever so much, can't wait to use this, your response rate would be 50%. So 1 out of your 2 emails sent, 1 client did respond back to you. Discounts, this is when the clients have used it, it will tally up how much discount has been given away due to the campaign. And the most importantly, on the right-hand side, it will show you the sales, so how much money has been generated. So this is a great way to track how well this campaign is doing for you. So again, that is why it's very vital we link the discount code when we are creating our campaign. So we can track it here on our return on investment. So lastly, some of you may know how to create a discount code in Fusion that pulls through to Shortcuts Marketing. But for the person that did ask me, I'm just going to show you how to do that now. So in Shortcuts Fusion, you will need to log yourself in, and you will require a slightly high level of PIN in order to do this. So you will need the setup button on the right-hand side just here. We'd click onto Setup. We then click onto Configuration. On the left-hand side, we would click onto Discounts. At the top, you would have a list of all of the discounts pre-created, and you'd simply click onto the New button. On the right-hand side, you would add in the default amount of discount. If it's a monetary amount, you would click onto Fixed Amount, or you can use a percentage just here. If one of the percentages you want to use isn't shown here, you can click the Add Default button to the right-hand side and add your own default amount of discount in. However, we have covered most of the generic amount of discounts given just here. What I would recommend you do is just change where it says discount can be applied to and just make it only applicable to services and series. Because that way, no matter how hard somebody tries to give the discount to products, it won't allow you to do it. Okay. And then underneath, you just click where it says default amount cannot be changed at POS. So that means if this is a hard and fast 10%, none of your staff members will be able to change it from 10 to 20 at the point of sale screen. So it just kind of restricts you a little bit there. And when you're happy, click the Save button and then click the Done button. You may just have a give a quick restart to your shortcut system for that to take place. Then when you're back in your shortcuts marketing, those discount codes will pull through, and you can use those in your marketing campaigns. So there we have it, ladies and gents. That is our shortcuts marketing. If you do have any questions, of course, please feel free to drop those across to me now. And while that's going on, I'm just going to double check some of the other ones. Oh, perfect. I think I did answer all of them, actually. Yeah, lovely. So if anyone has any questions, please feel free to drop those across to me now. Yes, very good question. At the moment, Maria, there isn't a way to track all the email addresses sent. It is something we are working on to see exactly that particular client, if it was sent, if it did bounce back. At the time being, it isn't, unfortunately, there isn't a way to track who it was sent to, but it is something we are working on. Yeah. Yeah, exactly that. Yeah. Unless, of course, they do tell us there isn't a way to sort of open it up and say, yep, Joe Blogs has received the email. No, no charges for the email campaigns, only the text message campaigns. No problem. So Mandy's just asked there, what's the best way to search for the right size images? To be honest with you, when you're creating the campaign, if I just show you again, it does give you one of the recommended sizes. However, most of the time it will resize it automatically for you. So if I just show you on one of the campaigns, it does say here there is a recommended size, but most of the time it will resize it accordingly for you. So even if you choose a massive image, it will resize it and condense it down for you. But yeah, 600 by 300 pixels high is the recommended size. That way it won't look too distorted on a mobile, but it will also open up wide enough on a laptop, tablet, that kind of thing. Text message characters are 138. However, when you're creating a text message campaign, it will show you here. So it'll show you how many of you've used. If you're counting them manually yourself, just to let you know, there is a bit which does not show and you cannot delete. Is to do with GDPR. So if they wish to opt out of your text message campaigns, that takes up obviously a few characters, but you cannot delete that for GDPR. But as you can see there, it's 138 characters. But it will always show you how many you've used. The check-in button, a very good question. It's something that's predominantly used for barbershops. Basically what it is if they're using the app, what they can do is check themselves into a queue for the barbershop. So rather than making an appointment, they can go on and they can check out how long the queue is and then check themselves into the queue. Yes, SMS does have a charge. It will come out of your typical bundles that you use at the moment. So if you're with Message Media with us, whatever your bundle is, it's the same rate per message that you're currently on at the moment. So it comes out of your existing bundle. Yes, that's correct. Yeah. So if you're using bundles at the moment, Maria, for confirmation text message, it will just come out of that. So nothing additional needs to be set up. Yes. So yes, a lot of our salons have switched off online bookings for obvious reasons. Yeah. So the book now button, it will technically still work. It will take you to your online booking page. However, you won't be able to actually make the appointment. We're fairly sure. Most of our clients now know that their salons, their preferred salons that they go to, aren't going to be operating, unfortunately. The reason I just went through it, obviously, in the webinar is moving forward. You may wish to send out a campaign when we know the doors can be opened again, so we can get clients to start booking online, even though it may not be safe for us to go back in the salon. It gives our clients a way to sort of fast forward and get their appointments booked in. Because as we know, I'm sure, looking, I think to myself, I desperately need a haircut. I know a load of our clients are. So as soon as we've got the green light for the doors to open, we're going to be getting an influx of clients making their appointments. So yeah, that's just the reason I showed you just why we'd have the book now button. Uh, to give the feedback for the survey, that should be done at the end. So if you just leave the browser open within 10 minutes of the webinar sort of finishing, you should be taken to this just here. And that will allow you to do it. If not, you will be emailed within 24 hours exactly the same link. So hopefully everyone's found it informative and there's been lots of stuff to keep us positive moving forward. But yeah, that's how you can do the survey. It literally takes, I think, 1 to 2 minutes to just fill out. Can you set online booking to be online only for a number of weeks? Good question. Yes and no. What you could do, I mean, you can't really set a date range for it to be active, unfortunately. The only thing you could do in your online console, in the tile book me settings, you could set how far into the future your clients can book. Now, if you wanted to, you could set that for, let's say a month's time, if we're still in this predicament, and we know we're going to be available to book, you could open it up then. But essentially, you can't choose a date range for it to be available. So we can't sort of say, we're closed for the time being, but I'm going to set online booking from the 1st of May up, and then it be open from there. So unfortunately not. But no, it's a very, very good question. Yeah, no worries. So can we reopen online booking from home so we don't have to go into the salon if not relevant? Um, Not at the moment. It really does depend how you switched your online booking off. If you did it by taking the ticks out of your staff members that are available for online booking, essentially there isn't a way to do that, of course, without going back into the salon. If you did it remotely via remote connection, of course, you can do it. If you do need to be set up with a remote connection so you can sort of go into the salon, we can sort that out for you. But no, there isn't a way to reopen the online booking from home, unfortunately. I don't even think there's actually a way if we could do it for you as well. No, there isn't, just thinking about that. Okay, yeah. I think that's definitely the most common and popular way to do it, to just take the ticks out of the staff members that are available. But yeah, unfortunately, if you don't have a team viewer connection into the salon or remote connection, it will just be a case of if it's absolutely essentially vital for you to go into the salon and, of course, go outside to do it, then yes, that is an option. I wouldn't necessarily recommend that. But if not, it would just be a case of when we know we think it's safe to go outside or lockdown has eased a little bit, then we can go in and put the ticks back in. Okay, is that everything for the questions this afternoon? No problem. I've got another webinar at 4:30, which is just it's a slightly shorter webinar. That one at 4:30. That would probably only last about 20 minutes to half an hour, and that's just running through some sort of advanced appointments, geared more at our sort of front of house staff. So if there's anything they want to see how to do, appointment assistant and so forth, you can do. If you do think of any questions from here and now, if you are on that webinar, please feel free to drop me a message on that. Okay, so I think that wraps us up. I think we were, what, about an hour there, guys? I'm not really sure. We got a lot done. Thank you ever so much. Oh, another question? Oh, no worries at all, Nicola. So, yes, thank you ever so much for joining me. It's been a pleasure speaking to everyone. Again, just to sort of echo what I said before, I know it's uncertain times for everyone, but, you know, when we bounce back, we are going to bounce back with a bang. You know, we're going to get lots of clients that are going to need their appointments doing. So we just need everyone to stay positive, follow the rules. Let's get those salon doors open nice and soon. Most importantly, let's look after ourselves, look after each other, of course, look after our family, and stay safe. Hopefully speak to you all again soon on my last webinar at 4:30. We're just going to be going through some advanced bits and bobs, nothing too strenuous for this Wednesday afternoon. It's been a pleasure speaking to everyone. If you all could just take the time just for a couple of minutes just at the end or in the next couple of days to fill out that survey. If you do have any questions, please feel free to drop us. We are here for you. We are here 24/7. And of course, please do stay tuned on our website. Lots of information being added on there to keep you in contact with your clients and to keep you in contact with us. Stay safe, guys, and I shall speak to you all again soon. Thank you ever so much. Bye-bye.